In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use a massage ball to foam roll or massage your own glutes. But first of all, we're going to look at times when you should really not be massaging your glutes, when it can actually make your pain or your discomfort worse. We'll also look at what times are the correct times to use self-massage. And then finally, I'll explain to you what the research is showing with regards to how long you should do it for or what methods you should be using. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Maryke. I'm one of the physiotherapists from sportsinjuryphysio.com, where you can get online physiotherapy assessment as well as treatment for your injuries. Have a look at the description of this video if you want a link to our website. Why would it sometimes not be useful to massage your own glutes with a massage ball? Well, to be honest, this counts for manual massage as well. The first instance is if your glutes are injured in that they have a muscle tear in them. When you tear muscles, you actually rupture some of the muscle fibers and the cells. And that area is quite sensitive and not very strong. So if you go in and use a strong massage ball or somebody really digs into your glute with their fingers, it can make that injury worse. Second, if you've got a gluteal tendinopathy, so that's where the tendons that attaches the glute muscles onto the bone becomes injured and quite sensitive. If you apply hard pressure over them, it usually also just ends up making it worse. So be careful of that. Also, if you have a bursitis, which wherever your glute tendons or tendons in your body comes close to the bone, and especially for the glutes, it's on the side where you can feel that bony prominence. If your bursa in that area is irritated and you go and do massage on it where you press really hard into it, it will actually make it flare up more because bursitis is caused by too much compression in that area. So be careful with that as well. And then lastly, sometimes the pain can be actually referred pain from your lower back, which then makes the piriformis muscle really tight and painful and sensitive. Now, and that sensitivity is created by the sciatic nerve that runs through your buttock that's irritated. Now, if you go and hammer the piriformis or the sciatic nerve, if it's already irritated and really sensitive, that can make it worse sometimes. So again, be careful with that. But the key is, if you are gentle with a massage and you test it out gently first and see how it reacts, that will tell you whether massage is a good way to go or not. But please check with your physio before you start any of this. When can you massage your glutes? Well, it can be really useful if your muscles are just tight because you've done some exercise that you're not used to, or you've just done a good training session yesterday and they're just feeling a bit of that muscle soreness from exercise. If that's the case, massaging them can make them feel a lot more comfortable. There's also research that shows if you massage your glutes after a training session, you can decrease the discomfort you feel the next day. So that delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, we call it, you can help decrease that a bit. So there's another reason why it's useful. So be careful to massage an injured muscle, but if it's not injured, just exercise related, absolutely go for it. What's the best method to use? To be honest, there's no gold standard with regards to this. They've not shown that one method is better than the other in the research. So it's a little bit of trial and error, but they usually spend about 2 minutes per muscle group, so 2 minutes per side. And they either use that they do kind of roll on it, which I find a bit uncomfortable, you'll see in the next clip, or they use point pressure where they just sustain pressure for a period of time and then move on to the next uncomfortable spot. And that's the method I tend to use more. And you spend about 30 to 60 seconds on an uncomfortable spot and then move on to the next. But yes, I demonstrate that in the next clip. Okay, so to massage your own glutes, I tend to use a tennis ball because I find I can get into my glutes more easily. I don't really find a foam roller is effective for myself, but you can try whatever you want. What I will say is just be gentle with it, because remember, your sciatic nerve runs right in the middle of your buttock, so through or underneath the piriformis muscle. And if you're too aggressive with it, you can make the piriformis go into a spasm, and that can actually cause sciatic pain down your leg. So be gentle with it, okay? So there are two versions. The first is a little bit more aggressive and it's on the floor. And essentially, all you're gonna do is you're gonna aim to get, if you can feel your bone there, and then the top of the pelvic bone there, so hip bone that everybody calls, it's kind of in that area that you want to be in, the squishy bits. And literally you're going to angle yourself that the ball is in there, and you're going to lie into it and just relax into it, and then just move it onto different spots. I tend to not roll at the beginning because mine's always quite sensitive, but you could also just roll it along it. There's really no right or wrong with this type of thing because we've not really established what works better than anything else. So it's literally just that you do. And at this point, I can feel there's a tender spot, and I'll relax the leg that I'm on. I like to prop it up a bit and just angle my body that I get a bit more pressure through there. And then you can move around as you go. That bit's quite tender. So you just ease off a little bit. There we go. So you can hold that pressure for about 30 seconds or until you feel that it's calming down and going away. And then you can move on to the next bit and just put some pressure on there. And then once you've done that for a bit and you feel you've covered the whole glute area, everything that's tender, you can then roll it and put some weight through that. But yeah, I prefer to do the holds first and then the rolling bit, but you may want to do it the other way around. Now, if your glutes are really, really sensitive, you can do it against the wall. Let me just see if I fit into the picture. Yes, that's fine. I'm going to shift that away for now. So the leg that's by the wall is going to be relaxed. So I'm putting the ball in between the wall and my glute where I want to be on it. And this leg is pressing into the wall. This one's totally relaxed so that the ball can actually get into it. Because otherwise, if you contract this one as well, you can't really get into the glute. And it's exactly the same thing. I'm just guiding it with my hand, but I'm pushing into the wall at a pressure that's comfortable for me. And then you can just move around and roll it as well if you want to. Nice, slow, long strokes. But the whole time, I'm aiming for comfortably uncomfortable, not painful, and definitely not to the point where I get referral down the leg or where I feel I want to pull a face. Excellent. I hope you found that useful. And remember, if you need more help with an injury, you're welcome to consult one of us via video call. The link to their website is in the description of this video. Take care.